Today's a day I have been dreading for a very long time. Nick Saban is retiring as the Alabama head coach, but the natural question is, who's going to be the next head coach? Really quick, here are my top 5 candidates to be the next Alabama head coach with a surprise at the end. At number 1, this will never happen, but if I don't at least mention it, people are going to put it in the comments. Kirby Smart at Georgia. He's won 2 national championships, has a lot of success in the SEC, but he played at Georgia and he loves Georgia. He's just not going to leave this one. Alright, at number 2, we get into some realistic candidates for the Alabama job. We have Dan Lanning at Oregon. Dan Lanning to me makes the most sense for the Alabama job. He has gone 22-5 at Oregon so far. They were a top 10 team and most recently just won the Fiesta Bowl, and he also has SEC ties as he was the defense coordinator for Georgia when Georgia won its first championship with Kirby Smart, and Dan Lanning has built Oregon to be a replica of Georgia. I love Dan Lanning to Alabama. At number 3, this falls a little bit unrealistic to me, Steve Sarkisian from Texas. But with Texas going to the SEC and Steve Sarkisian arguably having a better setup at Texas than he would at Alabama, I don't think he's going to leave to take the Alabama job here. At number 4, Lane Kiffin. I debated whether Lane Kiffin should be the number 4 or number 5 option, but here's why I like him at number 4. Yes, he hasn't won the big games, and believe me, I have talked about that all year long. But in this day and age of college football changing so much, Lane Kiffin seems to be one of the few coaches that seems to be at the forefront of changing. He's done a phenomenal job with recruiting, NIL, and transfer portal, and I just think he's going to be built for the new age of college football. And that's exactly why I knocked Davos Sweeney all the way down to number 5. Davos Sweeney would probably be the most realistic candidate that Alabama could hire. I think all the other guys would have some hesitation taking the Alabama job, whereas things have fallen off a little bit for Davos Sweeney at Clemson. I think if he's going to make a move similar to what Brian Kelly did, I think the time is now. And if you don't know, Davos Sweeney went to Alabama to go play football back in the late 80s. But here's my sleeper pick. For the first time in Alabama program history, they have co-head coaches as they hire Alice to be the next head coach. Think about all the wonders that Chandler and I could do being the next Alabama head coaches. We'd be able to relate to the players, kill the transfer portal, and kill the recruiting trail. All those hours playing NCAA 14 on Dynasty Mode is going to pay off for this job. Anyways, let me know who you guys want Alabama to hire for its next head coach.